Hey everyone, welcome back to EasyTalk English. I'm Linda.
And I'm Alex. We're really happy you're here with us today.
And today we're talking about something that affects so many people, especially adults trying to build a career, learn new skills, or simply figure out life. We're talking about the pressure to be successful.
Honestly, I feel this pressure all the time. Sometimes it feels like everyone is running a race, and somehow I'm always looking around wondering if I'm falling behind.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling. You open social media and suddenly it seems like everyone is achieving something. Someone gets promoted, someone starts a business, someone buys a house, someone speaks perfect English.
Meanwhile, you're sitting there trying to finish your to-do list and wondering why life feels so difficult.
Exactly. And the problem isn't necessarily other people's success. The problem is the constant comparison.
Yeah, because after a while, you stop asking, what do I want? And start asking, why am I not where they are?
And that's a very important difference. When comparison becomes constant, life can start feeling like a race that never ends.
Honestly, I think that's what exhausts me the most. There's always another goal, another achievement, another person doing something impressive.
Right. And when we're surrounded by those messages every day, it's easy to believe that success must happen quickly, that if you're not moving fast enough, you're somehow failing.
Which creates so much anxiety because life rarely moves in a straight line.
Exactly. And listeners, if you've been feeling overwhelmed lately, please know that you're not alone. Many people quietly carry this pressure every day, even the people who appear successful on the outside.
Yeah, and in today's episode, we want to explore where this pressure comes from, why it feels so heavy, and how we can build a healthier relationship with success. You know what's strange? Success is supposed to make people feel happy, but sometimes it feels like the thing causing the stress.
That's something many people experience but don't talk about openly. At some point, success stops feeling like a goal and starts feeling like an obligation.
Exactly. It's like you no longer want success because it excites you. You want it because you're afraid of what happens if you don't achieve it.
That's a very important distinction. Fear can be a powerful motivator in the short term, but living under constant pressure becomes emotionally exhausting.
Honestly, I even feel guilty when I rest sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I'll sit down to watch a movie or take a break, and part of my brain starts saying, shouldn't you be doing something productive right now?
I think a lot of listeners just nodded when they heard that.
Probably. Because resting almost feels irresponsible sometimes.
And that's where modern productivity culture can become unhealthy. We're constantly surrounded by messages telling us to work harder, achieve more, optimize everything, and never slow down.
It's like being busy becomes a measure of worth.
Exactly. And that creates enormous pressure. Speaking of pressure, pressure means a strong feeling that you must do something or meet certain expectations.
And expectations are what people believe should happen, right?
That's right. Expectations can come from family, society, coworkers, friends, or even ourselves.
Honestly, I think some of my biggest expectations come from my own mind.
Very true. Sometimes we become our own toughest boss. And listeners, if achievement has started feeling heavier than inspiring lately, it might be a sign that you've been carrying too much pressure for too long.
Yeah, because success should add meaning to your life, not take all the joy out of it.
You know, Alex, I think there's a question that people rarely stop and ask themselves.
What's that?
Who decided what success actually looks like?
Wow, that's a good question. Because when I think about it, honestly, a lot of my ideas about success didn't really come from me.
I think that's true for many people. From a young age, we're surrounded by messages about what a successful life should look like. Good grades, a good job, more money, more achievements.
And none of those things are bad, of course.
Not at all. The problem begins when we accept those definitions automatically, without asking whether they actually match our own values.
Values meaning the things that are truly important to us personally.
Exactly. For one person, success might mean building a business. For another person, it might mean having a peaceful family life. For someone else, it could mean having enough freedom to spend time doing work they enjoy.
Honestly, I think I spent years chasing goals because they sounded impressive, not because they genuinely mattered to me.
And that's a very common experience. Sometimes people climb a ladder for years only to realize they never wanted to be on that ladder in the first place.
Wow, that's a little scary when you think about it.
It can be, but it can also be freeing. Because once you start questioning old definitions of success, you create space to build your own.
I think family expectations play a role too. Sometimes people feel pressure to follow a path that makes others proud, even if it doesn't feel right for them.
Very true. And that can create a lot of internal conflict. Part of you wants approval, while another part wants authenticity.
Authenticity meaning being true to who you really are?
Exactly. And listeners, before chasing success, it may be worth asking yourself a simple question. If nobody was watching, what kind of life would actually make me feel fulfilled? Sometimes the answer is very different from what society expects.
Can I admit something a little embarrassing?
Of course.
Sometimes I worry that I'm too late. Too late to learn new skills. Too late to improve my English. Too late to reach certain goals. I know it sounds dramatic, but that thought shows up more often than I'd like.
Honestly, I don't think it sounds dramatic at all. I think many people carry that fear quietly.
Really?
Because society often gives us an invisible timeline. By a certain age, you should have a successful career. By a certain age, you should have everything figured out. And if you don't, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind.
Yeah, it's like there's a schedule that everyone else received except me.
Exactly. But the truth is, life doesn't follow one universal timeline. People grow at different speeds. They discover new passions at different ages. They change careers, move countries, start businesses, learn languages, and reinvent themselves throughout life.
When you say it like that, it sounds obvious, but emotionally, it's still hard not to compare.
Very true. Because comparison makes us focus on where other people are instead of where we were a year ago.
Wow, that's such a different perspective.
A better question might be, am I growing compared to my past self? That's often much more meaningful than comparing yourself to someone else's journey.
Especially with English learning. Sometimes I forget how much progress I've already made because I'm focused on how far I still have to go.
Exactly. Let's practice a couple of sentences together. Repeat after me. My journey is my own.
Again, my journey is my own.
And one more. I do not need to rush.
I do not need to rush.
Life is not a race with one finish line, and sometimes the pressure to catch up disappears when we stop measuring our lives against everyone else's clock. I think one thing we don't talk about enough is the cost of always chasing the next achievement.
Yeah, because from the outside, ambition looks positive, and it can be. But sometimes people become so focused on reaching the next goal that they forget how tired they are.
Exactly. Ambition itself isn't the problem. The problem is when your self-worth becomes completely connected to achievement.
Honestly, I've been there before. There was a period when I felt like every day had to be productive. If I wasn't learning, working, improving, or accomplishing something, I felt guilty.
And how did that affect you?
At first, it felt motivating, but after a while, I was exhausted. Even when I reached a goal, I couldn't enjoy it because I was already worried about the next one.
That's a very common experience. Some people spend years running towards success without ever stopping long enough to appreciate what they've already achieved.
It's like finishing one mountain and immediately panicking about the next mountain.
Exactly. And eventually that can lead to burnout.
Burnout meaning emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion from prolonged stress?
That's right. Burnout often happens when people push themselves continuously without enough rest, recovery, or balance.
I think rest gets a bad reputation sometimes. People talk about it like it's laziness.
Very true. But rest is not the opposite of productivity. Rest is often what makes sustainable productivity possible.
Wow, I don't think I've ever thought about it that way.
Think about learning English. If you study intensely every day without allowing your brain to recover, eventually your motivation starts disappearing.
Yeah, and then something you once enjoyed starts feeling like a burden.
Exactly. And listeners, success becomes much healthier when it's balanced with rest, relationships, joy, and self-care. Because a meaningful life is not only about how much you achieve, it's also about how well you live while achieving it.
You know, when I was younger, my definition of success was pretty simple. More money, a better job, and people thinking I was doing well.
I think that's a very common starting point. Society tends to present success in ways that are easy to measure.
Right. You can measure income, you can measure job titles, you can measure achievements.
Exactly. But as people get older, many start asking a different question. Not just, am I successful, but am I happy with the life I'm building?
Honestly, I think that's where my perspective started changing. I realized some people look successful from the outside, but seem constantly stressed or exhausted.
Very true. And that's when many people begin expanding their definition of success.
Expanding meaning making it bigger and more complete?
That's right. Success might still include career goals, but it can also include things like good health, meaningful relationships, emotional peace, personal growth, and having time for the people you love.
Honestly, emotional peace sounds more valuable to me now than it did 10 years ago.
Because after enough life experience, many people realize that stress, anxiety, and constant pressure are expensive costs to pay for external success.
I think that's something social media doesn't show very often. We see achievements, but we don't always see the sacrifices behind them.
Exactly. And sometimes those sacrifices are worth it. Sometimes they're not. That's why defining success for yourself is so important.
I remember reading a question once. What kind of life would you be proud of, even if nobody applauded?
Wow, that's a powerful question.
Yeah, because it forces you to think beyond status and external approval.
Very true. And listeners, success doesn't have to look impressive to everyone else. Maybe success means feeling healthy. Maybe it means speaking English confidently enough to travel. Maybe it means spending more time with family. Maybe it means waking up with less anxiety.
Honestly, those goals sound pretty meaningful to me.
Exactly. A successful life is not necessarily the one that impresses the most people. Sometimes it's the one that feels most aligned with who you truly are.
I think one of the hardest lessons I've had to learn is that moving at my own pace doesn't mean I'm unmotivated. It doesn't mean I'm lazy. It just means I'm human.
That's such an important realization because many people confuse rushing with progress.
Yeah, for a long time, I believed that if I wasn't constantly pushing myself, I would fall behind.
And did that belief help?
Honestly, not really. Sometimes it helped me work harder, but it also made me anxious all the time. Even when things were going well, I felt like I should be doing more.
Exactly. When your life is driven entirely by comparison, there is never a finish line. No matter how much you achieve, someone else will always seem ahead in some way.
Which is exhausting when you think about it.
Very exhausting. That's why learning to move at your own pace is not about giving up ambition. It's about creating a healthier relationship with growth.
I like that, because growth still matters. Goals still matters, but maybe they don't need to control every moment of our lives.
Exactly. Think about learning English. Some learners improve quickly in speaking. Others improve faster in listening. Some gain confidence early. Others need more time. Every brain learns differently.
And comparing those journeys usually creates more stress than progress.
Very true. The goal is not to become somebody else. The goal is to become a stronger version of yourself.
Honestly, I think that's something I forget sometimes. I spent so much time looking outward that I forget to notice my own growth.
And listeners, your pace does not need to match anyone else's. Slow growth is still growth. Consistent effort is still valuable. And a meaningful life is not measured by how fast you move, but by whether you're moving in a direction that truly matters to you. I think there are a lot of people listening right now who feel behind in life. Maybe they don't talk about it openly, but they carry that feeling quietly every day.
Yeah, and honestly, I understand that feeling. Sometimes you look around and it seems like everyone else has a clear plan, a successful career, or complete confidence. Meanwhile, you're still trying to figure things out.
And when that happens, it's easy to start questioning yourself. You wonder if you're moving too slowly. You wonder if you've made mistakes. You wonder if you should already be somewhere else by now.
Exactly. And the longer those thoughts stay in your mind, the heavier they become.
Very true. But listeners, we want to remind you of something important tonight. Feeling behind is not the same thing as actually being behind.
Wow, that's such a simple sentence, but it changes everything.
Because feelings are real, but they are not always accurate measurements of reality.
I think social media makes that especially difficult. You see thousands of success stories, but very few stories about confusion, failure, uncertainty, or starting over.
Exactly. But real life contains all of those things. Most people have moments when they feel lost. Most people have periods when they doubt themselves.
Honestly, that's comforting to hear. Sometimes I think I'm the only one who doesn't have everything figured out.
You're definitely not. And let's practice a few sentences together. Repeat after me. I am not running out of time.
Again, I am not running out of time.
And one more. I can grow at my own pace.
I can grow at my own pace.
Listeners, your life does not need to look like someone else's to be meaningful. Your path is allowed to be different. Your timing is allowed to be different. And your story is still unfolding, even if you can't see the whole picture yet.
Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stop rushing yourself and keep moving forward with patience.
I think today's conversation reminds us of something many people forget. Success is not supposed to become a prison. It's not supposed to make you feel like you're constantly chasing a finish line that keeps moving farther away.
Yeah, and honestly, I think a lot of people are carrying more pressure than they realize. They've spent so long trying to meet expectations that they've forgotten to ask themselves what they actually want.
And that's why today's topic matters so much, because success is not only about achievement. It's also about well-being, it's about relationships, it's about peace of mind. It's about building a life that feels meaningful to you.
I think my biggest takeaway is that life isn't a race, or at least it doesn't have to be.
Exactly. You don't need to follow someone else's timeline. You don't need to reach every goal immediately. And you certainly don't need to earn your worth through constant achievement.
Honestly, that's such a relief to hear.
Before we finish, let's give everyone a small piece of homework for this week.
Don't worry, this one is simple.
Take a few minutes and write down your own definition of success. Not society's definition, not social media's definition, yours.
And then ask yourself one more question. What pressure am I ready to let go of?
Sometimes a healthier life begins when we stop carrying expectations that were never truly ours.
And if you like, leave a comment and tell us, what does success mean to you now?
We'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts.
And wherever you are in life right now, whether you're feeling confident or uncertain, successful or stuck, remember this: your value as a person is bigger than your achievements.
Take your time, keep growing, and be gentle with yourself along the way.
Thank you for spending this time with us today.
Bye, everyone.